Hello YouTubers. Today let's talk about Apple. I purchased my Apple iPad Air 2 about a year ago. I bought it for my DJI quadcopter because of the processor and all that. Figured that Apple's a good company, safe to download from iTunes and such as and all that good stuff. And sure, either you like Apple or you hate Apple. Well, I thought I would try Apple. It's the first time I bought an iPad. Stayed away from Android. Figured that Apple was better. Paid 550 Canadian dollars for this iPad a year ago. And then I decided I'd do some YouTube videos. And I was having a problem with space. As you can tell probably maybe from my other videos posted on YouTube here, I could only get a 2 or 3 minute video. So I was wondering what was the problem. Why can't I get enough space on my iPad? So I uninstalled all my photos, uninstalled the videos I had or whatever. I don't use it for music. I don't download music. I don't download movies. I do very little with it. I Skype. I do Facebook, and I fly my quadcopter. Well, it's worked great for, like I say, about a year or whatever, a year and a half. So I was trying to figure out why wasn't I getting enough space or recording and whatnot. So I go on YouTube and I search a few things, find out that you got to actually uninstall apps to clean up the cache. I didn't have many apps installed in the first place, but I guess it keeps some sort of memory or whatever, and this is what we have to do with Apple products: uninstall and reinstall them. So I uninstalled Facebook, I uninstalled Skype, and I uninstalled my DJI app, and I lost my 32 channel hack, but that's okay. I could probably get that back and restore that. So I install Skype again, and I install DJI, and went to install Facebook off the iTunes store, which I thought was safe and you can trust it. Well, it wouldn't install. I could not install Facebook. I tried 3 times and wouldn't let me. So I come back about an hour later and hit install, and then I got the black screen of death. Well, I could not restore it here off of iTunes or whatever. I contacted support. They walked me through it and actually started to reboot, as you can tell here. Well, we tried 3 times to reboot this, and I get error code 56. I contact Apple again, and we tried to reboot it, and same thing. So they suggest, well, go to an Apple dealer. Well, so I go to an Apple dealer, and they tried to reinstall and reboot it. I think about 3 or 4 times as well. Nothing. Error code 56. 56. All because I did what? I tried to install an app off of iTunes and it crashes. I did nothing wrong. I followed all the instructions. And apparently that's my fault. If I wouldn't have uninstalled the apps, this iPad would be working fine and I wouldn't have an issue. Well, here's the real problem. I talked to the Apple dealer. We won't mention who or what or when or where, but they suggest contact Apple and plead my case, maybe get an SC service code or whatever, or maybe try refurbish or recycling it. That was an Apple dealer suggesting this. So I contact Apple for the 3rd time. I talked to him for about 45 minutes, pleading my case. I've done nothing wrong. Here I'm now out 550 Canadian dollars for an iPad that, I did nothing wrong. If I wouldn't have uninstalled the apps, you know what? This iPad would still be working fine. So anyways, a long story, and we'll try to make it short. They suggest, sending it in for repair. Well, it's going to cost me $490 to repair this iPad, where I can go and I can replace it for brand new under warranty for $400 at Staples. Oh my God, man. Honestly, you know, and it really, really pisses me off here because I've done nothing wrong, and this is the kind of service and treatment that I get from Apple. I guess a 10-ton canary shits where it wants to. Then you know what? Like I said, I don't even qualify for recycling or refurbishing because my iPad will not turn on. So basically, you know, we talk about going green, we talk about recycling and all that. Well, you know what? They won't even take it back. So now, here I am, stuck without an iPad. I got to turn around now and spend, you know, another $400 on an Apple product, and now I'm basically paranoid because, you know, he's telling me that Facebook is a third-party app. Oh, well, just like when you go to Walmart and, you know, you buy Heinz ketchup or mustard, you know, well, they're just carrying that product. Blah, 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 anything to get out of, you know, basically taking care of their clients and customers. So, you know what to do now. I've got, you know, an iPad that, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it other than the fact that it will not restore. And service, that's just terrible. I mean, not even $100 towards another iPad, like, honestly. Yeah, I just, you know, I wanted to share my thoughts on Apple and their service. Will I buy another Apple product? Well, I sure would like to. I mean, I like the iPad. It's, you know, it's a good product when it works fine. But what happens when something goes wrong? I mean, like, it's awful. That's just awful that there's no resolution to the problem. Yeah, let's go spend more money on fixing it than it is the cost of replacing it. So I thought I'd make a little video on the service of Apple. Yeah, I probably will go buy another Apple, like a stupid idiot, like a sheep led to the slaughter. But now, I mean, do I download apps from iTunes? Do I wait for the iPad Air 3? Do I go get one on sale or whatever? I don't know. Anyways, I thought I would share my experience with YouTubers and Apple products. Any comments, any questions? Appreciated. You know, I tried the hard boot reset. Geez, I even seen a YouTube video where some guy actually flipped it over and was trying to burp it. Like, honestly, what kind of idiots we have on YouTube is just unbelievable. I mean, if you're going to talk out of your ass like that, at least do some research and try to be a little more wise at what you're doing. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. Anyways, I seen something like that, and then, oh, a miracle, it worked. Yeah, okay. Anyways, burping doesn't work. No. But you know what I should do is I should just put my fist right through it, and that would probably work. Then it would work, maybe. At least I'd get some satisfaction out of this terrible, terrible customer service. Like, unbelievable.